Hello, hello. Welcome back to the bAmplified podcast. I'm Amy Patee, the host. Thanks for being here today and tuning in. This is a show for soulful entrepreneurs that want to align their business with their natural energy to really amplify themselves and amplify their success. So, welcome again. Thank you for being here. And today I'm diving into the manifesting generator energy type in human design, what makes MGs unique, their strategy for success, and how they can align their business and the work that they're doing in the world for more impact and fulfillment. So, this episode is part of a 6-part series that I'm doing on the human design energy types. And if you're new to human design, I recommend checking out episode 7 first, where I introduce the energy types and why they matter in business. And then tune into all of the episodes so that you can understand all of the types because we work together. We work in collaboration to keep the world running. And also, if you haven't already, you can download your free human design chart by following the link in the show notes. You'll want to grab yours and then look to see what your type is as you follow along. So, like I mentioned in the last episode, which was all about the generators, manifesting generators fall under the larger generator type category in human design. So if you are an MG, I'm going to call the manifesting generators MGs from here on out. If you are an MG, I would recommend listening to the last episode on generators because much of what I share in that episode will actually apply to you as well. And together, the generators, the pure generators, and the MGs are 70% of the world's population. So let's just say that there are a lot of people on the planet designed to build, create, and to respond to what excites them. So, what makes an MG and a little different than the pure generator is that they have a little dash of the manifestor type in them. And so, a lot of people think of the MGs as a hybrid type. And I kind of like that. So, you can think of yourself a little bit like a hybrid type between the generator and the manifestor. And this is because one of your motor centers in your body graph is directly connected to your throat center. And I'm not going to go deep into the centers in this episode, but real quick, when you download your human design chart, you'll see an image which is called the body graph. And if you look within that image, you'll see 9 different shapes. Those are the 9 different human design centers. And if you are an MG, one of your motor centers will have a direct pathway to the throat center, which is the center that allows you to speak and express and manifest. And this can make your energy flow a lot faster than the regular generator type. So it makes you move quick. And MGs tend to skip steps and find shortcuts for doing things, allowing them to complete tasks at Mach speed. They're super fast. So this means that in addition to being the life force of the planet, right, you're under that generator type category, you are the life force of the planet, here to build and create like the pure generators are. But you are also here to bend time and bring about efficiency to whatever you are doing because you move again very quickly. You'll often skip steps, and you are going to help us find new ways of doing things. You bend time, you're a time bender. Now, let's talk about MG's aura and strategy, how you are designed to really interact and exchange energy with the world, how you are designed to make things happen. Just like, again, pure generators, your aura is large, it's open, it's magnetic, it's enveloping. It is constantly drawing opportunities to you naturally. You don't have to do anything. Your aura does all the work for you, bringing things to you, bringing things into your field of consciousness, your field of awareness. And your strategy, the way that you get into flow with life, is to really respond to the things that land within your aura that light you up. Respond to the things that excite you. And if you are brand new to human design and you're just beginning to experiment with the strategy of waiting to respond, it can be challenging, especially as an MG. And this is for a couple of reasons. One being that we really live in a world that promotes initiating. We are constantly taught to go out and make things happen for yourself. Just do it. But this is really not correct for the generator type, for the MGs. You are designed to function in response. It is literally how your aura is constructed to work for you on your behalf. It is drawing things to you to respond to. Now, the second reason waiting to respond can be a difficult strategy for the MG to accept and embrace is because, again, your energy moves so quickly. So you might just be initiating things left and right without even realizing that you are. And then, a little bit into a project or whatever task you're completing, you might realize, ooh, that wasn't actually for me. Or, ooh, I'm not really aligned with that. So let me give you some helpful steps to ensure you are using your strategy of waiting to respond in life and in your business, because you want to be able to utilize that strategy because it's how you're designed and it's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel like you are in flow. It's going to make life feel easier when you are following your strategy. So here's a few steps to help you out with that. The first one is once in a while, you need to slow down because, again, you move fast, you move quick. So slowing down is essential for you and giving yourself time to pause. And this is going to be especially important before you make decisions, before you jump in a new direction, before you say yes to something. Slow down, give yourself a little pause, and check in. And you might even want to ask yourself internally, am I responding right now to external stimuli, or am I taking initiatory action? So remember, like generators, you have to wait for external stimuli before taking action. And this could be an opportunity, a conversation, picture that you see. It could be even a feeling in the body or an idea that drops into your mind. And then once you're clear that you are actually responding to an external stimuli, you can ask yourself, does this excite me? Does this light me up? Does this make me feel joyful? And you are listening to your body's response, not your mind's response. You're listening to your body's response and seeing if your body, opens up, leans in, expands, or does it contract and pull back and shut down? Everybody's body response, or we could say sacral response or gut response, will be slightly different. It's your job to experiment and find out how your body responds with excitement. But you really want to make sure that there is some level of excitement happening in the body, because that is indicating that whatever you're responding to in that moment, it's a yes. And if your body is shutting down, pulling back, if there's no energy there, it's a no. And then if it is a yes, if you're getting a yes in that moment, it can be really helpful, again, to slow down and just take a moment to visualize yourself doing the thing. Before you dive in, right, just pause again and visualize yourself doing the thing and see if the excitement in your body remains. See if you still feel like it's a yes. By visualizing, oftentimes MGs will just get a little extra hit of clarity about whether or not they really want to move their energy in that direction. And if you're still getting a yes, if you're still feeling really good and excited about that thing, you may want to inform anyone who might be impacted by your actions before you move forward. So remember, you have just that little dash of manifestor in you. You move quickly, you take action quickly, and it can be helpful to let other people know where you're headed because you move so quickly. And you don't want them to be taken aback by what you're doing because that can create some resistance and that can slow down your process. And when MGs are fired up and moving forward on something, it can really be a downer to feel like someone is slowing down your process. So let anybody know that might be impacted by your actions, where you're headed. And then you get to go for it. You get to respond with that full yes, take action, and let yourself move as quickly as you want. Let yourself skip the unnecessary steps and make things happen in record time. That is your signature style. Okay, so when you are in your flow and you are following what excites you, you are aligned with the correct yeses that have come through your body's excitement, your sacral response, you are going to feel a deep sense of satisfaction. In human design, this satisfaction is your signature state, and it means that you are operating correctly. You are in alignment with your natural design, with your natural self. So, as an MG, pay attention to when you feel that sense of satisfaction, which also could be a sense of deep happiness or contentment. It's this feeling of, ooh, I'm using my energy up doing something I love. So pay attention to what you're doing when you feel that sense of satisfaction. And then on the flip side, if you try to push ahead without responding first, if you are forcing yourself to do something that doesn't excite you, you will likely experience frustration and maybe even like a restlessness or an angsty energy. And in human design, this is the not self theme for the MG. And it tells you, hey, you're out of alignment. You need to adjust. Your energy is flowing in a way that does not serve you. So pay attention to what you're doing when you feel frustrated. And in those cases, you can reframe your perspective about what you're doing to help your energy get a little bit more aligned. Or you might need to completely pivot. And this can happen more frequently for the MGs where you need to pivot before something has come to completion. And it's simply because you've already gotten what you needed to get out of that particular project. You've learned what you needed to learn. You did your part, and it's time for you to move on. Your energy is no longer there. So pay attention. Pay attention when frustration arises. Okay, so let me summarize everything now into just some really quick tips that you can take with you if you are an MG that can especially be useful when you apply them in your business. So, the first thing as a takeaway here is to remember to follow your excitement. Follow what lights you up, follow your joy. If something no longer excites you, it is okay to let it go. It's okay to pivot. Maybe you let it go for just an hour and then you come back to it. Sometimes an MG just needs to let their energy move around a little bit. You can be multi passionate. So it's okay to multitask in that case and let your energy kind of move from one project to another in a really organic, fluid way that feels satisfying to you. Now, the next thing is to trust your non-linear path. What do I mean by that? So remember, you move fast and you're not here to take a traditional step-by-step approach. You are naturally designed to skip steps, to find shortcuts, to do things in a more efficient way. And that is part of what you offer all the rest of us. You help us find new ways of doing things that are more efficient. You are a time bender. So lean into that. Trust your nonlinear path. And the next thing to take with you is to remember to inform other people that might be impacted by what you're doing, especially when you are pivoting and when you feel really fired up about something and you know you're going to be moving fast. Let those around you know what you're up to, where you're headed, because that will smooth out your path and there will be less resistance holding you back, less resistance slowing you down. You clear the path by letting other people know where you're headed. And then the last takeaway I'm going to give you is to really give yourself permission to create freedom in your business. Design your business with freedom in mind. Create structures that really allow for variety and spontaneity, new opportunities. You want your structures to, give you structure, but also to give you that freedom that you need to create new pathways, to take shortcuts. So if you bring a structure into your business, again, structures are needed in business, right? But you want to, whether it's through perspective or how you actually tangibly build it, you want there to be this sense of, I can change this if I need to. There is freedom in this structure. I can adjust as needed. It's not going to be locked in forever. There are some types that might really benefit from a locked in structure where it's solid, it's tight. But for you, just knowing you might need some wiggle room because you're going to move quick, you're going to find new ways of doing things, and you might need to pivot frequently. So you want adaptable structures. Okay, so I think that's all I've got for the MGs. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening today. Hopefully, this gives you a little idea of what the manifesting generator type is all about. And if you are intrigued and you want to learn more, please check out the links in the show notes. Remember, you can download your free human design chart. I also do one-on-one human design readings, and that can be a game changer because human design is kind of complex, but it's really helpful when you actually have somebody walk you through your chart and talk you through how to begin really experimenting and engaging with the different aspects of your own design. And then I have a human design and business immersion coming up. The next one starts April 1st of 2025. And this is a great way to invest in yourself, get to know yourself better, really awaken your natural blueprint and energy and bring it up fully online. And at the same time, begin to invest in your business and work on some of the different strategies that you need to have set up in your business for success, and really bringing the two together with human design in a way as the foundation so that your energy is optimized with how you're doing your great work in the world. So I would love to have you check that out. It's a small group experience and it's a lot of fun. There's so much that you'll learn, and it will really elevate you and allow you to transform how you do business and uplift your success. So please check that out. All right, my friends. Thank you again so much for being here, and I will catch you on the next episode, which, by the way, I will be talking about the projector energy type. So stay tuned for that and have a beautiful rest of your day.